All right, can see my screen. We are just going to do revision, okay, because your exams are, for Grace is coming up. Gerald, you say your exams are over, but that's okay, okay? For English, right, we can always practice a bit more, right? Just take it as anyway, either way, if you're transiting to P5 next year, the English is going to get a lot harder, okay? So it's good for practice, right? Well, I guess we can start because it's already 9:02. Let's get started. Today, our focus is going to be on synthesis and transformation, okay? Particularly direct and indirect speech. Yeah? Okay. So this one. Okay. So if you noticed, the helping words in the box, they are all your pronouns. Okay, they can be reflective pronouns, they can be first person pronouns, they can be possessive pronouns, right? So we will have to see which one best fit. I think usually with pronouns, a lot of students are okay with it. Oh, okay, Ivan is here. Wait, let me admit him first. Okay, yeah. All right, Ivan, we were just saying, is your exams coming up soon, Ivan? Next week? No, next week. Okay, most schools will be in week 8, but seems like Jera said she's already finished her exam. Grace English exam is tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, but either way, just to let you know, I think next week, right? Even if you finish your exam, uh, just to let you know the schedule, huh? Next week there will still be tutorial. I think for primary 4 level, there will not be a break. There will always be tutorial, and I will also be doing some post-exam activities with you. Okay? Just treat it as like, for example, Jara has finished her exam. Just treat it as extra information, extra practice for next year because P5, it's just going to get tougher. Okay? It's not just for English, for math and science as well. Right? It's just going to get a bit tougher for primary 5 and primary 6. Right? Okay. All right, good. Okay. So let's start with this. Any volunteers to read? Any volunteers who like to read? Nobody? Okay, nobody. Then we start from Grace, then we go by alphabetical order. Okay, Grace.
My best friend is Sharon. We are neighbors. Although we study in a different school, we meet every evening to play video games at my place.
Okay, yes. We are neighbors, although what studies in a different school. Now, if you notice, there must be a subject-verb agreement. The verb is studies. Okay, the verb is studies. So the subject here, okay, although it's a pronoun, but the subject has to be a singular pronoun. Okay, so what's your answer again, Grace?
We.
Now, if you were to put we, is it we study or we study? What do you think?
Our.
Okay, our studies here also is the same. Our is a possessive. So we don't put possessive in front of a verb. Because when we say possessive, means this thing belongs to me. I possess it. So usually what comes after possessive pronoun will be a noun. Okay? But in this case, because it's a verb, Therefore, the word that comes before it has to be a pronoun that is not possessive, basically. Yes, Ivan, you want to try?
Is it she? She studies
Yes,
in
although she. Yeah, because you know why?
school.
Okay, because she studies. Studies is a singular verb. So there must be a subject verb agreement. If it's a singular verb, it must be a singular subject. Okay, so although she studies in a different school, we meet every evening to play video games at my place. Okay, next person. Ivan, you can read from this line. Okay, this slash to this slash.
Then we visit our neighbor, Miss Chen. She baked delicious muffins and shares them with us.
Okay, the them here, of course, is referring to the muffins. Shares them with us. Okay, now next one, last one, Jara.
As both, uh, as both of us enjoy doing the same things, we usually spend a lot of time together. I am lucky to have Sharon as my best friend.
Very good. Well done. Thank you. Okay. So here are the answers, right? I think for pronouns, not too difficult. Most of you are okay. We're gonna move on to grammar close before we play a game. I think we will finish quite early, so we have extra time for other activities. Okay, now for this part here, for this grammar close here, it's mainly subject verb agreement. Okay, so you have to decide whether the verb that you're gonna use is it gonna be a singular or is it gonna be a plural verb? All right. Okay, same thing. We'll go back to Grace. Grace will read this part.
Sunday school is organizing an autumn cleaning day next week. She is looking forward to cleaning up the classroom and playground with her classmates.
Very good. Because subject is she, singular, the verb must be singular verb. So she is. Okay, next one, Ivan.
Everyone in the classroom have has to bring a few cleaning items.
Okay,
This
let me just pause here a
includes
while. Let's pause here a while, Ivan. Why did you choose have and then you change to has?
because I saw that too.
Not just that, because you know why? Everyone. Now, when we say everyone, okay, or everything, everyone, okay, uh, it actually means every single one. So actually, everyone is considered singular. So the subject is a subject here. Everyone is the subject. Subject and verb has to agree. So this is a singular verb. Okay, the singular verb has to agree with the single subject, like all or everyone or everybody, everyone, everybody, all these are singular. So the verb that follows must be singular as well. Okay? All right, let's continue, Ivan.
These includes brooms, gloves, and garbage bags.
Okay, now this one I will also have to highlight because these, okay, these is a determiner, but it is a plural determiner. Am I right? How is it plural? Because if this, then it's singular. If it's these, it's plural. So the subject is plural means that your verb must also be plural. So instead of includes, it should be include. These include. Okay? All right. Last one, Jara.
Alice and her classmates are confident that they can do a good job. They are excited to make the classroom and the playground clean and tidy.
Very good. Well done. Okay. All right. Yeah, and so here are the answers. Before we move on to synthesis and transformation, I think we have time for a game. Okay. Let me go set it up. Subject verb agreement, we have done it before. So we can do one on pronouns, but I think pronouns you guys are okay. But just to check, okay. We've done one on subject verb agreement, and I think subject verb agreement is something that we need to work a bit more on. Okay. Any plans for Halloween, you guys? Do you all celebrate Halloween? No? Yeah, I think it's not something commonly celebrated in Singapore, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, great. Right. We are going to play a game on pronouns. Okay. Although I think pronouns you guys are okay, but we will still see. There is this new game because of Halloween. Okay, there's this Candy Quest, but I think it's the same as Gold Quest. Or you want to play something else? Any preference? Any preference? Yes, Tara?
Mm, the one that say the dinos.
The dinos, the deceptive dinos, this one. Okay. Hold on, this one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna send it to you guys, or you can just join using the link. Okay. So as you can see, when they put it clearly in a chart, right? We do know that I think some of you might be wondering, how come there's one column on subject and one column on object? That is when we put in a sentence. Usually English sentence is constructed this way: subject, verb, object. So when the pronoun is a subject of a sentence, then we say I, like I am a girl, right? But when the pronoun becomes an object of the sentence, then we use me. It's, for example, can you please give me, right? Can you please, the you is the subject and me is the object of the sentence. So we don't say, can you give I? Okay, because I is used as a subject of a sentence, but me is used as an object of the sentence. Are we clear? Yeah. And some of you might be wondering, how come there's a second person, you, your, yours, yourself, and also there's a second person plural. Okay, if you notice, why is it plural? Because sometimes even if there's a group, right, you will also say you. Like, your teacher will tell you, address you as a class. Usually your teacher standing in front of the class, she will tell all your classmates as well as yourself, she will say, you need to do your homework, right? But in this case, the you that your teacher is using is actually a plural you, because your teacher is addressing all the students in the class. Okay, so yourselves is plural because, right, as compared to yourself at the top. So there's a second person and there's a second person plural. Actually, it's quite similar until the reflexive pronouns, whereby it's one is yourself and one is yourselves. So your teacher will be telling you things like, when she's addressing the entire class, she'll be saying, you need to do your homework yourselves. Do not get your tuition teacher to do it for you or with you, right? You have to do it yourselves. So that becomes plural. Okay? Any questions with regards to this?